Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hi, I'm Tina Ballet. Welcome. We're chit chatting about the new Tyler Perry movie, Divorce in the Black, as I frog a granny square to attach my yarn so that I can start making my sleeve to my July cardigan. Um, my July cardigan is just the cardigan that I'm crocheting during the month of July. The colors do not coincide with any holidays related to July intentionally. It's not my intention. Now, after saying that, it could look like a fireworks uh, color code. But yeah, it was not my intention to create any color coordination with the month. I was just crocheting another cardigan, and it's July. The previous cardigan that I crocheted was in the month of June. All right, so let me get my crochet as I chit chat about the movie I saw. I did, before I came to you guys, I have mentioned that I did watch the movie. I have watched the movie. I mentioned it yesterday. Yesterday? The last, the previous live stream that I did, I mentioned that I watched that movie. Um, so I just mentioned it. So now I'm going to go in depth of what I liked about the movie. Um, Before I do that, I did see other people. I didn't even know this movie was coming out. Um, I did see a little bit of Megan Good on the Shannon Sharp show, and she mentioned working with Tyler Perry. And I didn't catch the movie name, and I was gonna look for that clip and re-listen to it to see if she um, said the movie name. I didn't catch it during that clip that I saw of her. However, I was watching YouTube, and Miss Brown mentioned Tyler Perry and how uh, people were going in on him, and she was wondering what the cause was, what it was all about. So I don't think I still knew the movie name. I thought it might have been the movie on Netflix. Um, Somehow I figured it out and found out what the title of the movie was and where it was streaming, and looked at a few movie reviews for the movie, and other people were saying, "Oh my!" They were up in arms. They was like, "Yeah!" and I was and they seemed to not like it. I saw one movie review today, and the person seemed to like it. If they saw it uh, in a certain perspective. Um, I I say I like the movie. I say I like the movie. Dare I say I like the movie? I liked it. I liked it. What I liked about the movie and what I saw as I was viewing it. We're gonna chat about it. All right, we're gonna chat about it because I seem to be the only one that want to say I liked it. I think I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I liked it. I tell you what I like. Okay, so I see Megan Good. Yay! I see her, and then I see Corey Harderick, and I say, oh yay, Corey. Okay. He reminds me of when I saw him in cause I just saw him in a I just watched a zombie movie with him in it. It was Return of the Living Dead. Um Something. Return of the Living Dead. Uh no, um Parcers, Sparspers, Niasis Asylum. I don't know. It was Return of the Living Dead. It was one of them. And I had mentioned watching that movie, didn't I? Oh, okay. This is how I mentioned watching that movie. I mentioned it viewing after I think I saw all three. I'm not exactly sure what that word is at the moment. Not Return of the Living Dead. It's the Return of the Living Dead something. And I had watched Return of the Living Dead with the character Spider in it, um, played by Miguel, Mr. Miguel, and how um, I was mentioning it like this, like the character Spider, played by Mr. Miguel, has some lines in it that I was feeling like they should have been they could be memory noted, quoted, enjoyed, and things like that. And so I watched that one, and I watched Return of the Living Dead 2, and that one didn't have Spider in it, but it had two of the at least two of the other characters that was in one. And then the third one, it's not called the third one, it's called Return of the Living Dead. And then it has a word. It has a word on it. And that's the one that Corey's in. And to bring it all together, the one that Corey's in, the characters in that movie, the zombies in that movie are the likeness of the poster of the first one that Spider is in, Mr. Miguel. So that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was glad that I got to see the Return of the Living Dead that Corey's in, so that I could see the characters from the poster of the first movie, because the characters in the first movie, they resembled the characters from the poster, but not exactly. But the ones in the third movie were spot on to the characters from the poster of the first movie. And I don't know if it's just a faux pas or somebody worked that in. I'm glad I got to see the characters the zombie with the mohawk that you only saw one time from the movie on Tubi. Courtesy, all of these Return of the Living Dead movies that I am mentioning here, I viewed courtesy of Tubi. Um, so back to Tyler Perry's movie Divorce in the Black. I like the title name. I like the title name of the movie. I also like seeing um, who plays the character name is Ava, the character that Megan Good plays. Her the character name is Ava. So I like seeing Ava's mom um, from Eve's Bayou, and Megan Good is from Eve's Bayou as well. So I like seeing both of them reunited from seeing them back in Eve's Bayou. The woman that played Megan Good's auntie in Eve's Bayou plays her mom in this movie. So I like seeing them together. When I saw them together, I was like, ah! I was like, oh, I was like, oh, that's so cute. I love seeing them together. And then when they hugged, I like seeing them hug. And I like what she said to him. What the mother said to Ava, and the father. I had to take another look at him because I was like, "Is that Samuel?" I was like, "That look like that look like Samuel L. Jackson a little bit." And then I looked, and I was like, "Cause okay, so what it was it looked like Samuel L. Jackson's character from Eve's Bayou. It looked like Melrose. I think his name was Melrose from Eve's Bayou, which would be Megan's good father. But it's not Samuel L. Jackson. It's not Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. It's someone else. And his character though, it resembles the father from Eve's Bayou. And that's what I like. I like seeing the likeness of the characters from Eve's Bayou together. It's kind of seemed like the auntie was with Melrose, and it's not, but that's just what I saw because that's what it resembled to me as I looked at the film when they were in that hugging scene. So I was like, oh, look at them together. So that's what I liked about the movie. And I also uh, see it seemed to my eyes that um, Ava, her character, like the way her hair was cut, the way her eye makeup is done, she resembled Tia Mallory. She resembled her, and I was like, ooh, like this looks like okay, now this is where I had to be like, okay, this is a movie. But yeah, Ava, the character Ava resembled Tia Mowry to me in certain shots. Like I said, her hair, sometimes the way her hair was cut, the way her bangs were, the way her eye makeup was, and then the character played with Corey. I mean, that's, and I was like, ew. I was like, so that's just what I saw when my eyes saw the scene, the 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 movie, and um, the friend, the girlfriend that she had, that was like, go help her. Oh no, we finna leave. Oh, I can't help you. Oh no, well let me help you. Well, no, I'm finna go. I'm like, whoa. I was like, are they finna be friends soon? Like, I mean, are they finna not be friends soon? Because what's up with this friendship? And uh, and then so they talk about it the next day, and oh girl, we would have stayed, but you know me, and yeah, I know you, and yeah, but I know you too, and I'm like, ooh, what? Okay, this a friendship. And then the friend knew that she needed a lawyer, but she didn't push for her to have a lawyer. I know a lawyer friend. You want me to call him? No, girl. And then that's the end of that. But when it came to the party, oh, you want a party? No, girl. Oh, you getting a party. Okay, well, you should have called up the lawyer friend and had the lawyer friend up too. Like, oh, she gotta have this party. She gotta take this and eat this and do this and go with him. And I'm like, well, why didn't you call the lawyer friend as well? You took care of the party. You took care of who was driving her home. You made sure she was under the influence. Like, what she really needed was a lawyer to go over them papers. Uh, yeah, but that didn't happen. They left that to chance. I mean, they could have left the party up to chance. I mean, they did. As far as but they didn't. They set everything into place, and um uh the man was about to leave, and I was like, girl, let him leave, let him go, just let him go, just let him go. Like, he was like, okay, I'm about to go now. I mean, like, go. You just standing there saying you about to go, but you just standing there waiting for your opportunity. And some is I didn't. I was like, what did I say when I saw that? When I saw that part, other than go, I said go. I told him, I said leave. What? Oh, I was like, get some sense. I was like, get some sense about you. But I knew she was under the influence. And then he was just watching it. It was like he was just waiting for his opportunity to pounce. I just was like, get somebody, get some sense about you. But I guess that wasn't the case, because I don't know. I was like, dang, I was like, yeah, under the influence. But I was just like, get some sense about you. Either one of y'all, both of y'all, get some sense about you. But it looked like the way he was talking about wanting her back, it was like he wanted like to um I don't know, like um I don't know if he wanted her back because he liked her, or he said he lost her one time and he not gonna let that happen again. But it kind of seemed like I don't know, like he wanted to win, like instead of just wanting her back because he want her back. he it's like he wanted to win. He wanted to win, like score, like win, like I got you. He got his opportunity to get her. So I don't know uh, if that's how he if that's how he meant it. Why he said it? That's how he said it. So it kind of was like, oh, I missed my opportunity that time. I'm gonna get you this time. Like, oh, is that a double meaning? Like, do you mean that you still like her and you still have feelings for her, or does that mean you just want to have her because you missed out the first time and you don't want to miss out again? You see what I'm saying? Like, is it a love thing or is it an ego thing? Like that type of thing. So, um, that's that's uh oh, okay. So I'll go back to the first part. Okay, the first part kind of reminded me like of the plays, like how bright it was in the church, and the pastor was saying something, and I kind of giggled at what he was saying and how bright it was in the church. And then the mom was like tired of um, hearing the disrespect. Right? You're supposed to put somebody to rest like respectfully and stuff like that. But I don't know, like it seemed like maybe she was coerced into having a church funeral. It seemed like she wanted to have the funeral in her yard, it seemed like she said. So I guess she was coerced by Ava to have the funeral at the church, and Ava promised that her dad would say something kind, and that wasn't the case. So the mama was like, "Get my boy up out of there. We don't need y'all. We out of here. We gonna bury him. We got it. We got it. Because y'all just sitting up here bad mouthing us." So she was like tired of being in that presence of being bad mouthed and considered like con what he said con, considered being helped while she's sitting there listening to her son being bad mouth. So she was like that was rubbing her the wrong way. So um I first thought they was gonna take everything out, but nah, she was like nah, cause they paid for the casket too, and it's a wonder she ain't say take them out of them clothes. I was, hey, if she would have said that too, I would have been there for it too. Like, get my boy up out of there. Shoot, put him in his old tank top and sweatpants or something, whatever he wore, and we'll put him in the yard. So I saw where she was coming from. Like, really, you just finna just sit there and like she felt like that wasn't the time to do that. And Ava's father, the preacher, he felt like it was as good enough time as any since he had all of them together. Boy, so yeah, And I guess he felt like he could say anything too. I guess since he was the person putting up the money. If he was the person, if Ava wasn't doing it, then he might have been doing it. But yeah, he did feel like it was a good time as any why he had them all together to uh, preach something into him. So he say, uh, oh, now for the ending. I don't know why people did. I guess they didn't hear, but what was going on? And I should have said this earlier. Spoiler alert. I did say chit chat. I did say chit chat. I didn't say movie review. I said chit chat. This is a chit chat. Spoiler alert. Um, in the movie, it was said that you had to have proof. The person was letting them know, like, look, you got to have proof. We can't just do what, bop, bop. You got to have proof because they was blaming Dallas for a bunch of stuff without proof, and they was anything happened. Dallas did it. Dallas did it, and I was like, we didn't see him do it, and then even somebody else said that we didn't see him do it, and they was like, "Oh well, but he do stuff like that. They do stuff like that or whatever he said." And I was like, "Dang, like that's messed up." So um, I'm looking at my yarn to get it ready, and I started from the inside pull with my granny square. And this was like years ago when I was pulling from the inside pull. I didn't know any better. And I'm gonna pull from the outside pull. So I'm going to leave that how it is because I don't think I can stick it back in there. I might be able to stick it back in there, but I'm gonna leave it. Pull from the outside. Hold on, let me wrap it around. So yeah, it was being said that they needed proof. So when Ava called Dallas as she took Ben's truck, um, and she called Dallas while she was on her way to their home, her home. She called Dallas to get him to follow her. So she concocted a plan all on her own, I guess, so that she could get proof. She was getting proof. That's why she called him like that and said what she said like that because she was being told she needed proof. She needed proof. So this was her luring him. What do you call that? Enticing him to give her proof. So that's what that was. So when she did that, um, and she had her proof, then she got her what do you call that? Oh, I was about to call it a something else. She got her a boomstick that her daddy gave her, and I had saw a movie the other day. What I saw where it was like um the person put bean bags in there boomstick. Like they put like the first two things were pellet bags or bean bags, And those were the first two things to give a warning. And then that way you get off the hook of blasting your boomstick because you gave a warning. Well, her dad didn't set her up with the bean bags. She just had um, the the ready set go. She just had the ready set go. So when she did that, I was like, okay, now you going to jail. But I don't know what the law is for where they are. I was like, well, I guess the law would be different in in different places and stuff like that. So I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, okay, when she called for help, I was like, okay, well, leave the phone off the hook. Like, leave the phone on. Like, leave the phone on, and not don't hang up. Like, it's a wonder she was. They didn't tell her to stay on the phone. I didn't hear anybody say stay on the phone. It was like she called for help and gave the address and then hung up. They didn't say. I didn't hear stay on the phone. Maybe she just called and gave the address and then hung up. But yeah, I was like, yeah, leave the phone on there. But maybe she didn't want them to hear her enticing Dallas like she was doing. She was enticing him. So maybe that's why she didn't leave the phone off the hook. Um, but yeah, that was that. That was that. I don't know. I was thinking of the woman thou art loose. Um, because when the woman from woman thou art loose, when she used the boomstick, she 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 was wearing that orange suit after that. So I was like, I don't know, like, yeah, that was all my thoughts. That was all my thoughts on it. I like seeing the characters I saw together and the likeness of the characters from Eve's Bayou. And yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Do you plan on watching the movie? Um, have you seen the movie? I didn't even know about the movie till I heard Miss Brown talking about the movie, and then I was like, "What? It's a new movie out? I like new movies." And I think it came out on Friday, but I wound up watching it Saturday morning. Um, I started it Friday, but yeah, I had to wait till Saturday to finish the movie. So yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all. Let me know if you like what I liked about the movie, seeing the characters from East Bayou. If you saw East Bayou, um, with those characters and enjoyed seeing those characters. I sure did. I was like, oh, look at them together. I'm pretty sure that was taken into consideration, considering they were together. Like, it's I probably, if you had your chance to see people together, come together from something you enjoy seeing them in, and now you get a chance to make something with them in it. I think that's taken into consideration, and I like seeing it. I like seeing those characters together again, the likeness of those characters. Mm. And that is my chat and crochet. I hadn't even connected this yarn. I'm trying to connect this yarn. Um, let's see here. This first connection is the foundation, and once you get that first row on there, then it's easy peasy. Um, so I gotta see where I'm going with this. You got side, um, the side double crochets at the beginning that I have to attach the yarn to. Let's see where I'm at. I got my yarn ready. I just need to attach it and start crocheting. Um, let's see. Low lighting at the moment. All right. I don't know. This part seemed like it might be quiet. Me attaching this yarn. Versus me chatting on about the movie. So I will bid you adieu. Toodles. Going to remind you to subscribe, subscribe. I am two subscriptions away from 500. Thank you so much for your 498 subscribers. Yay! You are awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and commenting, interacting, and enjoying and encouraging. Toodles.